Hello students, in this video I am going to talk about short answer questions from 5th unit. The subject is web technologies. First question, list various web servers. So before we talk about various web servers, first we talk about what is a web server. A web server is a computer where web content is stored. The most commonly used web servers include Apache and then IIS, AWS, Nginx, Jigsaw, Apache Tomcat, Java systems. So these are some of the commonly used web servers. Next we talk about various HTTP request types. Most commonly used HTTP request types are GET, POST, PUT, HEAD, PATCH and DELETE. Next we talk about the differences between GET request and POST request. GET request is used to get data from the server. POST request is used to send data to the server. The name itself indicates GET is used to get data from server. The POST is used to send data to the web server. In the case of GET, we can only send a limited amount of data. In the case of POST, a large amount of data can be sent. Next, GET request is not secured because the data is exposed in the URL. The POST request is secured because the data is not exposed in the URL bar. GET request can be bookmarked, POST request cannot be bookmarked. A GET request can be cached, POST request never be cached. So these are some of the differences between GET and POST method. Next we talk about we compare the properties of IIS web server and Apache web server. Apache is a free and open source software, but IIS is a proprietary. That means it is not free, it is always packed with Windows. Apache is developed by Apache Software Foundations and IIS is developed by Microsoft. Apache is a platform independent. That means it runs on any operating system. But IIS is a platform dependent. It runs only on Windows operating system. Apache does not offer any official support, but IIS comes with official support from Microsoft. Apache support PHP and MySQL. IIS support PHP and .NET framework. So these are some of the properties of IIS and Apache web servers. Next we talk about various data types available in PHP. Integer, float, boolean, string, array and object. These are some of the data types available in PHP. So next we talk about how to declare variables and constants in PHP. All the variables in PHP starts with dollar symbol followed by a variable name. For example, $num1 is a variable name. 100 is assigned to that variable. $name is a variable. Honey string is assigned to that variable. $height is a variable in PHP. 56 is assigned to that variable. 5.6 is assigned to that variable. So all the variables in PHP starts with the dollar symbol followed by a variable name. So if you want to assign any value, assignment equal to assignment operator is used. Next, how to create a constant in PHP. To create a constant in PHP, we use define function. The syntax is define name and value. For example, define pi, comma, repeat 141. This is how to declare variables and constants in PHP. Next, we talk about some of the string manipulation functions in PHP. String length is one function, string reverse, substring, str to lower, str to upper, echo, and print. So string length, the name itself indicates string length is used to display the length of a string. String reverse, it is used to reverse a given string. Substring, it is used to display a part of a string. Str to lower, it converts given string to lower. Str to upper, it converts given string to upper. Echo and print, both are used to display multiple strings. So these are some of the manipulation functions in PHP. Next, arrays in PHP, and what are different types of arrays in PHP. An array in PHP is a special variable which can store more than one value at a time. So why I am calling special variable means generally an array is used to store homogeneous data values. In the case of C, but in the case of PHP, an array can store multiple values of different data types. But here, an array can store one string. Same one array can store one string value, one integer value, one floating point value, and then many other data, one boolean also. That's why it is called a special variable which can store multiple values in it. Here I have given two examples. The first example here is dollar names is an array name. Here to create arrays, we always use array function. To create an array in PHP, array function is used. So dollar names is array name. Array is a function where Honey, Jashwant, Raji are elements of an array. The second array is dollar age is array name. Array is a function, and then 23, 34, 56, 76, 12 are elements of an array. What are the different types of arrays in PHP? There are three different types of arrays in PHP: index arrays, associate arrays, and multi-dimensional arrays. So these are arrays in PHP. Next, we talk about various MySQL database functions. So there are so many functions. The most commonly used functions here are MySQL connect, MySQL close, MySQL query, MySQL create DB, MySQL DB name, MySQL select DB, MySQL drop DB, MySQL fetch Ashok, MySQL affected rows. So these are commonly used MySQL database functions. The next topic here, next question is list various steps for connecting to a database. First step is we have to set up database credentials. The second step is we have to create a connection, and then we have to check the connection. So we have to perform various operations and finally close the connections. Set up database credentials means where we need to pass name, server name, and then database name, and then password and server name. And then once the credentials, once we set the credentials, then we have to create a connection. Once the connection is established, we need to check the connection whether connection is established or not. Once connection is established, we need to perform various operations on the database. Once operations are over, we need to close the connection. So these are the commonly used functions, commonly used steps for connecting a database. Next, what is a cookie? A defined cookie. A cookie is a small text file stored on a user's computer, or a cookie is a small text file that a website stores on a user's computer or user's mobile device. Simply, a cookie is a small text file. Generally, this cookie is created by the server at server side. But this cookie is always stored at client side. That means on the user's computer or on the user's mobile device. The maximum size of a cookie is 4 KB. How to create a cookie and delete a cookie? A cookie is always created using setCookie function. Syntax here is setCookie, name of the cookie, value, and expiry time. Once a cookie is set, we can access it by using $cookie super global variable. This is a PHP code to create a cookie. PHP opening tag and then PHP closing tag. So inside I have written set cookie, name of the cookie, value. This is expiry time. That means present time plus 3600 means 1 hour. And then echo $cookie name. It displays the value in the cookie. Next, how to delete a cookie. To delete a cookie, setCookie function is used with the expiration date in the past. For example, setCookie, cookie name, then cookie value, and this is expiration time in the past. That means present time minus 1 hour. 3600 means here the expiration is set to 1 hour ago. And this is a PHP code to delete a cookie. So cookie PHP opening tag. This is PHP closing tag. Set cookie, name of the cookie, value of the cookie, and this is expiration time. And then this is used to get the cookie details. This is a super global variable. Next, purpose of a cookie. Cookies mainly used for authentication. Cookies can store user credentials to keep users logged in across multiple devices. Cookies are always used to identify a user. Next, personalization. Websites can use cookies to remember user preferences such as language settings, theme preferences, and so on. The session management. And then for tracking user behavior, cookies are used. And then to store shopping cart contents, cookies are used. So these are some of the purposes of cookie. Next, what is a session or what defines session? A session is a super global variable stored on the server. Or a session is a small file that is created by the server at server side and stored at server side. Whereas a cookie is also a small file that is created by the server at server side but stored on user computer. But session is a small file created by the server at server side, stored at server side only. And what is the purpose of a session? Sessions are generally used to store user ID more securely on the server. Next, sessions are used to pass data or values from one web page to another web page. Sessions are also used for user authentication. Sessions are used to store shopping cart. So these are some of the purposes of sessions. Now, how to create a session and how to delete a session. In PHP, a session is created using session underscore start function. In the case of sessions, once the session variables are set, super global variables, that is $_ session is used to set all the values. This is a code for PHP code for creating a session. Here session underscore start is the function which is used to start a session. And then session underscore name, $_ session is a super global variable where a name is set to session, an ID is set to a session, $_ session, ID 123 is given to that session, and then here I am displaying name of the session and ID of the session. This is how to create a session. To create a session, session underscore start function is used. Now how to delete a session or how to destroy a session. To destroy a session, session underscore destroy function is used. So there is one more function, session underscore unset. This is used to remove all the session variables. Here I am talking about two functions, session underscore destroy, session underscore function, session underscore unset. Session underscore destroy is used to destroy a session. Session underscore unset is used to remove all the session variables. Now this is a PHP code. This is a PHP opening tag. This is a PHP closing tag. Session underscore start, which starts your session. I have given one name for session using super global variable dollar underscore session, and then I have given one ID with the help of super global variable dollar underscore session. 123 is ID. And then I have used two functions, session underscore unset, which is used to remove all the session variables. Then to destroy a session, session underscore destroy is used.